I currently live on the divide between the Potato River and the Tyler Forks.
I live in Iron County. I live in the Potato River watershed, which is, for those of you who don't know, Potato River has a lovely waterfalls.
I currently live in the Pikes Creek watershed on the Bayfield Peninsula.
I live in the Bayfield Southeast Peninsula.
I live in the Sioux River watershed.
I've been living in the Marengo River watershed.
I live on a piece of property that is right at the watershed divide between Thompson Creek and the Sioux River.
About 2019, so I've been on the board for 5 years.
In the beginning of 2019.
I was a part of the original board way back when it started, but as a returning member to the board, I started in December of 2020.
I think I joined the Cerro board in January of 2021.
I joined Surwa's board in January of 2022.
Just roughly January of this year.
Summer of 2023.
I've always been fascinated with watersheds. I got a degree in watershed science. I've worked in natural resources and pretty much all of my career. And I think this organization is really important in supporting those kinds of ideas and in connecting people to the land and the water and the connection of how people live in a watershed. Watersheds are like the real boundary in the world.
It's just a great honor to live in the Lake Superior Basin, and I feel a big responsibility in living here to help take care of it and apply my interest in natural sciences and community building to be part of this really unique organization.
We are all so connected to water and living in relationship with these watersheds, and none of us would be able to live up here in the same way if we didn't have clean and healthy water. And it's just so important to do whatever we can to care for these watersheds and to protect them.
Well, I feel like I've got some skills and capacity and ideas that I'd like to give back to the community, and Superior Rivers gives me a chance to do that in a way that I feel connected to the resource.
It's an important thing to serve my community in this capacity through the work that I do as president on the board, or in the past as monitoring water, gathering data, fundraising, all kinds of things. As a community member living here on the shores of this beautiful, beautiful Lake Superior, I think it's really important to engage myself as a citizen in this area and in this community in this way. It's very important work.
I want to give something back. I've learned a lot over my career about water quality, and not just what we know, but also the places that we don't know things, which maybe are more important. The black holes of data are places where we really need to focus so that we can make sure that everything that drains to Lake Superior, that there's a protection aspect going on. So I'm hoping that my participation will help us to better understand where to go in the context of whatever current, I don't want to say threats, but current aspects of the watershed, and also with climate change coming along, and we need to be kind of getting ahead of things. So hopefully I can play a role in that.
I serve on the board because I want to give something back to the community, and I've always loved water. I've loved beaver, otter, muskrats. I did my master's degree on river otter, and so I've always had an attachment to watersheds and to wetlands and to streams. I love to canoe. And so I've always had an attachment to watersheds and to wetlands and to streams. I love to canoe. And so And so water is so essentially important that I just thought that it's a great organization to be involved in. And also, I really like the fact that Superior Rivers, they get into the science. And so it's some way to present science and get citizen science involvement. And I think that's really important.
Superior Rivers is a really great way to have a tangible impact on keeping our water protected and high quality, just as the water takes care of all of us and gives us good health. And there's lots of different ways to plug in depending on your skills and access needs and abilities, from dip netting macroinvertebrates to getting really technical with us on some of our committees like fundraising and program.
I would say that if anyone was interested in becoming a volunteer or becoming a board member or serving in some sort of capacity on a committee, that they should definitely get involved. It's work that is, like I said, super important and rewarding, and it's us here, living here, who care about this place. And if no one else is going to do this kind of work, gathering this kind of data, making sure the waters are running clean and healthy, then who will?
What I say to someone who's thinking about volunteering or joining the board, I would say absolutely go for it. We would love to have you. And yeah, and if you care about having clean water, what better way to help protect it than by getting involved and getting engaged and getting to know your local streams and your local creeks and your local rivers, and helping to protect them.
I think it's a great organization to be involved in, and it's a hands-on kind of board situation, so you can actually get in and get involved. So I think everybody should take a crack at it.
I would say that you should do it because it is, it's a great group of people, and what we're doing is, it's serious science work, but it helps the community overall over the long term. And I think you get a lot out of it. It's a good learning opportunity as well.
I think, again, it's a wonderful organization in this community. It's been viable for over 20 years, continues to be really supportive in educating the community about the importance of our natural resources.
I would say we are really looking for people who are interested in protecting water quality, that people who are passionate about Lake Superior, those folks who live here because they love the waters, whether it be a river or an artesian well, or the history of the area. That's really important. Being on the board is just one way to share your expertise, and that's how I hope to help. So we're looking for new members. Join up.